Hi, I'm Biohack. I'm completing an analysis of reducing the drinking age 21 to 18. What are your thoughts on changing the drinking age to 18?
All right, Bobby, so to your question of what are your thoughts on changing the drinking age to 18, I would say that they should change the drinking age to 18. Historically, the 21 age drinking age comes from uh, the federal government and highway dollars. And so if the state accepted the highway dollars from the federal government, then they had to change the drinking age to 21. But the government regulations, laws, etc., can't legislate responsible behavior. So it doesn't matter if you're 16 or 18 or 21. Nobody's gonna make you act responsibly when you're alone and by yourself. So I think in terms of changing it to 18, I agree with it, because if you're old enough to carry a gun and die for the country, then you should be, and you should be able to drink. Besides, if you did join the military, you go out there and drink anyway.
My opinion on it is I feel that they should be able to get that drinking age to 18. What I found is some studies over in Europe, not even studies, but their drinking age itself is an 18. And what I found being over there, I went and seen some young individuals, they drink in moderation. Being able that they can go to a bar and get a beer or two versus when you're not allowed and it's illegal to get, what I found is this youth will go out and buy as much as they can and they drink whatever they can because they cannot drink. So they're going to try to consume everything they purchased in that one night versus if you're 18 and you can go to a pub and you can get yourself a beer, you deal with it in moderation, and that should be, you should be able to handle yourself as a 21 whole temp self. Now, also, there was one thing I would like to say to try to control it. Maybe there's a way to do it with a license. If you do get caught as a 15, 16, 17-year-old, you are on probation. So as a 17-year-old, you get caught for underage drinking, you're a 4-year probation. 16-year-old, you're a 5-year probation. 14-year-old, you're 7-year probation. So that is one way to handle having anybody underage deal with it. And ultimately, if you get constant points on it, now you get to your license and you start suspending it that way.
I feel that most young adults already drink, so changing the age will not really change.
My name is Robert Heck. I've been bartender for 34 years. And I've been around when 18 was the drinking age in Jersey and 21 was in Pennsylvania. And me personally, it didn't make really any big difference. Today it's 21 in all the states that I know. And I don't really think it's a big deal to have a 21 or 18. 18, you're old enough to vote, you're old enough to join the military, you're old enough to be wounded or killed for your country. I think you should be old enough, hopefully mature enough, to go into a bar or restaurant and have a beer or two or a mixed drink. If you're not, if it isn't 18, kids are going to drink anyway if they want to. You're not going to stop them.
I feel it's beneficial for our youth to change the drinking age to 18 because in my personal experience as a college student, it was difficult to participate with the upperclassmen all being 21.
I agree with Alex.
Well, my name's Tony. I've been in the restaurant business for about 24 years. My opinion on the drinking age being changed from 21 to 18, I feel that it should be changed to 18. I feel that the kids that are able to get drafted, go into the Army, Navy, military, they're able to fight for our country, die for our country at the age of 18. I feel like they should be able to have a drink at the age of 18. I think they're mature enough at that age. So I believe that is a good idea to change it to 18.
What problem may occur if the drinking age was changed to 18?
So, Bobby, with respect to the second question, what problems may occur if the drinking age was changed to 18? I think from the perspective of a doctor, I would say that you'd probably see perhaps some increase in younger age trauma related to drinking. When patients come to the emergency room as a trauma patient, they screen for drugs and alcohol, and I think you might find that a younger population of people driving under the influence, so you might find an increased incidence of that. Also, the other problem associated with drinking is at the age of 18, not so much, but in younger ages, as the brain is developing, any substance that affects the brain, such as alcohol, marijuana, etc., will have a biologic effect on the brain that is detrimental. So, for example, in the state of Colorado, you can buy marijuana if you are 21. So, and the thought is that your brain is done developing. Your brain is an adult brain. But once again, you can't legislate good behavior, so in a sense, it doesn't matter.
Possibility of driving while impaired may increase, but with education, the percentage may decrease.
What problems can occur when changing the drinking age to 18 is that 18-year-olds might not be as mature to handle their alcohol.
That also subjects them to more injuries, drinking and driving, and possibly even death.
It's going to make it harder on bartenders because you got, it's hard enough trying to figure if somebody's 21 years old. That's the difficult part, as far as being a bartender. I'm going to have kids come in, they're going to look like they're 15 years old. Right now, I look at young guys and my card, if I think they're 25 or under, now it'll have to be, if I think you're 22 or under. So it's going to make it a little more difficult for my job. But I don't see a whole lot of, problems with 18-year-olds since they are, allowed to join the military. I think they're old enough to be able to go get a drink. Hopefully they use their heads. Cool.
Hello, Dave Primavera, owner and operator of Macaroni's Restaurant. I want to talk about pros and cons about the drinking age for whether we're going 18 to 21. First, I wanted to talk about the cons to it. I feel that if it went to 18, the problem that you're going to have is the 15, 16-year-olds trying to, basically, IDs are always a problem. To have such a young age of getting fake IDs and determining whether or not they're 18, that could be an issue because starting at such a young age, if they get into such a bad habit of drinking, that could, kind of get into further, you don't want them to get into their college years not working under a program where they're, basically schooling themselves but just partying too much. That probably
The cons of that, I feel the problem that could happen with the age getting changed to 18 is dealing with 15, 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds getting IDs for 18. I think it would be a lot easier to do that. And that could be a problem for a 15-year-old kid. Getting the ID to be 18 would be easy. That's a problem for bartenders or restaurants. That'll be the big problem as far as that. 15 obviously is too young for kids to be drinking. So that's the major issue to me that we would have to deal with. But if we can get some laws down where 15-year-old kids do get caught drinking, they can get their licenses, or they can get probation for their license, and when they are 16, it might be longer for them to get it. We would have to figure out something on that aspect. But as far as the drinking age being changed to 18, I am for that. I believe 18-year-old kids are mature enough to have a drink. That's my opinion.
Do you foresee any benefits in changing the drinking age to 18?
And do I see any benefits? Not really. I think by the age of 18, if your behavior can't be trusted when you're on your own and make intelligent, responsible decisions, then it doesn't matter if you're 21 or 25 or 50. If you can't make a decent decision left to your own devices, then changing the drinking age doesn't matter.
I feel it may be a safer alternative for those over the age of 18 to be able to drink in a drinking establishment that sells alcohol, as opposed to drinking at playgrounds, in the woods, and other places that could become dangerous when you have a high concentration of 18 to 20-year-olds that are binge drinking.
By reducing the drinking age to 18, it also may limit the kids from going behind their parents' back, and they would be able to drink in a controlled environment, which will actually protect them too.
In my opinion, is obviously an 18-year-old is an adult. You go out to vote, you ultimately join the military. You should have enough common sense to have some type of control, willpower, that you'd be able to control yourself in that environment. As a 21-year-old, you do it. As an 18-year-old, I don't see that much big.
I would like to thank Dr. Handel, Officer Carter, Poppy Heck, Dave Primavera, owner of Macaronis, Tony Callahan, and Brandon Alex Heck.